Disa, let me start with you and open up the floor as I invite your opening remarks to the discussion. Now, when we talk about merSETA's mission, it's looking at increasing access to quality and relevant skills development and training opportunities, particularly within the manufacturing, engineering, and its related services, and looking at those sector and closing that skills gap and promoting employability and participation within the economy. As we speak to closing the skill gap, and I'm aware that this is no soft landing for a first question, but what has that meant for merSETA through the impact of COVID-19 and all these pivots and transformation within strategies that have had to be implemented? What has this disruption been through the industry in closing the skills gap?
Thank you for your. I think if we understand what the role of the SETAs is in industry, is to monitor the quality of training and education, and ensuring that all learners that are being trained receive quality training, and that they are capable of going back into the workplace. And our main focus now has been that whatever training that we do, we ensure that our workers have entrepreneurial skills. They can, if they can't get if they can't be employed, then we encouraging business to give them skills to be self-employed. So what has happened, this disruption that has happened in the last year, we really had to reprioritize because we never saw it coming. So the Minister of Education and Training, Dr. Blaine Zimande, when this thing first started, she requested that we realign our budgets. We see what we can do to assist in terms of retrenchment assistance programs. Workers were being retrenched because everything was uncertain. So we had to make money and funds available to ensure that we assist in retrenchment and retrenchment assistance programs. And also what we've seen coming now in the applications that are coming now is that we are seeing worker kind of funding that's being requested in terms of employers looking into the future of work. Everything now all of a sudden has been done virtually. Now we're looking at our budgets to see what kind of qualifications we need to look at to ensure that these qualifications prepare our learners for the future of work. We need to make them ready for 4IR. We need to make them ready to make sure that if they cannot get any employment, then they are able to create employment for themselves, so that we can have a sustainable and economic growth. I think that is where our focus has been, and as requests come through, we look at what we can do, especially to assist the workers, and having a lot of conversations with business as well to understand how we can assist, because now the dynamics have changed. We can't be, it's business unusual. We can't be doing things the way we were doing them. Now we need to look at how we can do them differently. Thank you, Vuyo.
Absolutely. And all these calamities, as you say, really having been exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic. Disa, I've been keeping you quiet for quite a long time. I'm going to remedy that with this question. As we talk to governance and opportunity, the infrastructure and the networks that Eva is highlighting as well, it requires the financing in human and capital development, which really sits at the center of this Africa, this South Africa, this Kenya that we want to envision. So to increase the quality of education and in closing the skills gap, how is merSETA investing in this future of skills development within the sector? And perhaps some programs, maybe one or two that you can share on how they are serving the thousands who are tuned in today.
Thank you so much. Oh, and I like what Eva was talking about earlier in terms of how do we bridge the gap in terms of lack of skills in Africa, in the continent. In terms of our interventions as merSETA, already since 2007, we've trained about 340,000 artisans. But now with this COVID-19, when we had a session about a month ago with our accounting authority, our board, where how do we change our 5-year strategic plans to look at how we do things differently. Definitely new jobs and occupations are expected to emerge in the economy. And this will be driven by localization, economic patriotism, and a strengthened informal sector. So we are really putting money aside to support the informal sector, because we know that's where most jobs come from. So we've put a huge money aside for that. And the reality is that the COVID-19 pandemic has more than over-accelerated the need for advanced technologies and business models that will allow the sector to thrive in the digital economy. So we've put aside a budget for that. So any programs, any initiatives that people submit in terms of how we can support there, we definitely will be looking at that. And also what we're also looking at, we understand that to remain competitive in this new economy, South Africa needs to build its innovation, its research and development, and skills capabilities around emerging technologies. These include artificial intelligence, because things will not be done the way they've been done in the last in fact, last 30 years. Mechatronics, robotics, data science, and machine learning. And also in line with this 4IR, we encouraging businesses to invest in new skills in terms of apprenticeships that are more efficient, more accessible, and more scalable. And also our focus as well, we know that the PSET system, where we look at post-school education and training, the PSET has its own challenges, especially in the TVET sector. The minister has really asked us to invest money there, and we need to think outside the box in terms of investing just in programs. What we're also looking at now is also investing in infrastructure as well, assisting them with these machines. We're talking 4IR robotics. If these TVET colleges, we can assist them with that. So we've put money aside, and we are hoping that the money that we use for our DG allocation will really assist in this new world.
As we wrap up this conversation, we have 30 seconds. So I'm going to give each of you ladies 10 seconds. Your message in one sentence to the young person, to the woman, or anyone who is entering the workforce, physical, hybrid, remote, in this very unique, very opportune, very challenging time. What are the skills and the work of the future that you would engage them to definitely double click on as we engage in education, as we engage in upskilling?
Thank you, Vio. I think I would encourage them to have courage, ask questions, do not be scared. Everything looks scary right now. Lots of things that are not going right, but don't lose focus. Like even my colleague Nadia has said, get a mentor, create a career path. And there's lots of information available. At merSETA, for example, you're welcome to come and ask us how we can assist you in all our sectors. If we can't assist you, we'll refer you to someone who can assist you.
Absolutely.